Hello, Advanced Math. Welcome to our second adding integers strategy. Today we're going to use the number line today. So choice, if you left enough space, you can find yesterday's page and add the number line to yesterday's examples as the second way to do it. Or you can just make a new page for strategy number 2. So go ahead and do that. Unpause when you are ready to go and give me your total concentration until we get to the redos. So yesterday, our strategy worked kind of like this. If we had two, we tried to add two integers with different signs. We made some symbols for them. So that's -4, 4 negative signs. That's +5, 5 positive signs. And we kind of said, we made some opposites. We said, all right, well, I have a -4 and a +4 when I combine those. And that equals 0. And there's one +1 left over. And so when I put all that together, I have a 0 and a +1. And that made +1. If the signs were opposite, then I'm just going to go to the next page because it's there. We did this. So -6 plus -2. I made 6 negative signs. And then I made 2 negative signs for -2. Put them together. You can't make, there are no opposites, so you can't make any zeros. So you just combine them. And altogether I have 8 negative signs. So it was -8. So I want to show you a second strategy of how to do these today. And that is to use a number line. So what I'm going to do is sort of like I'm going to do this same problem, -6 plus -2 equals -8. And I'm going to use, just like we would do with any other numbers, I'm going to use kind of the start, move, end strategy here. So if I want to find what is -6 plus -2, remember what I taught you yesterday about signs. Notice I kind of offset my sign there, so I didn't write this. Just looks kind of strange. Either need parentheses to offset it or kind of put it up high. So I'm going to start, and then I'm going to move, and then wherever I finish, or where I end, is going to be my answer. So I'm going to put it, let's see, so I go 0, -1, -2, I need more space. I'm going to put my 0 kind of over here. 1, 2, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. So I'm going to start at -6. And I'm going to move -2. So I'm going to move 2 units in the negative direction. So -2 is a negative number. So I'm going to move in the negative direction, which is toward the negative numbers. So I'm going to start there. And if I move 2 units in the negative direction, that's like -1, -2. Then where I end up is my answer. I end up at -8. And so that's the answer. So -6 plus -2 equals -8. Can use the number line strategy or that one. Let me do one more, and then we'll do one together. So here was our second example yesterday. -4 plus 7 equals 3. Here's how we did it yesterday. And today we'll do it with the number line. 0. So remember, I'm going to start, move, end. That's kind of how adding with a number line works. So I'm going to go back to -4 to start. So I'm going to start there. Change colors. And I'm going to move 7 units in the positive direction, toward the positive numbers. So moving by what this value is. This is a +7, so I'm going to go +1, +2, +3, +4, +5, positive 6, and positive 7, and I end at positive 3, which is my answer. So start at negative 4, move 7 units in the positive direction, and where you end up is your answer. So just like we found yesterday, negative 4 plus 7 equals positive 3. All right, open your notebook. Let's do 2 together. So here was our first example from yesterday. I need to do some erasing to make some more space. We did negative 1 plus negative 6 equals negative 7. And so it's kind of fun when you already know the answer, right? So I'm going to start, move, and then wherever I end up is my answer. So here we go, number line. So it looks like I'm going to be all in the negative part of the number line here. So I'm going to put my 0 like way over here, so that I have lots of negative area. 2, 3. Oh, don't need all that yet. So I'm going to start at negative 1, and I'm going to move 6 units in the negative direction for negative 6. 6 units, negative direction. So here we go. So that's 1 unit in the negative direction, 2 units in the negative direction, 3 units in the negative direction, 4 units in the negative direction, 5, and 6. So I started at negative 1, moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units in the negative direction, and I ended up at negative 7, which was my answer yesterday. So negative 1 plus negative 6 is negative 7. All right, one more, and I think you'll have it. So our second example yesterday was 5 plus negative 8. So yesterday we got that equaled negative 3. All right, so number line, here we go. So I'm going to start at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So start, move, and then my answer is going to be wherever I end. All right, so I'm going to start at 5, and I'm going to move 8 units in the negative direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there I was just going to write all together. That's negative 8. It's an 8 moves in the negative direction. Let me count and make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got it. And so I end at negative 3. So negative 3 is my answer, just like it was with the other strategy. 5 plus negative 8 equals negative 3. Hopefully that's a good strategy for you. Hopefully both strategies make a lot of sense, and both help you understand where the sum of positive and negative numbers comes from. If you need to go back and watch any examples again, please do. Otherwise, you're all set once you have the we-dos written down. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.